Today we're talking about one of the best body weight exercises that you can perform. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe DeMarco, chiropractor and owner of OcraMed Health. You know, one of the best body weight exercises out there is the pull-up. It can also be one of the most challenging. It's not a body weight exercise that is easily performed a lot of times. And so what we want to go over today is a couple different things. One is I want to go over kind of a pull-up tutorial. If you currently can't perform a pull-up, I'm going to show you today some progressions on how to learn a pull-up. And then I also want to go over the correct technique for performing pull-ups so that you get the most out of it, so that we can make our pull-ups as efficient as possible and also as safe as possible. Okay, so body weight exercises such as push-ups and sit-ups, body weight exercises, you don't require any equipment, they're easy to do at home. Pull-ups, on the other hand, you do require equipment, you require a pull-up bar. And where a lot of us these days, we're doing a lot of our workouts at home, we don't have access to a pull-up bar, so we don't utilize this awesome body weight exercise of pull-ups because we don't have any place in our home to do it. But lucky for us, there's companies out there such as fitbeast, who's actually sponsoring today's video, that make a really high quality, reasonably priced pull-up bar that can go in any doorway at your house. And in a second, I'm going to show you how easily this thing installs and how easily it comes down so that you don't have to leave it up in a doorway at your house. You can just put it up and down as you need it. And then also, fitbeast actually sent over to OcraMed Health their band set. They have a great band set, 5 different size bands. It comes with a door anchor, some hand grips for the bands, a little carrying case for the bands, and it's a nice little addition, and it's good to have with the pull-up bar because, as you're going to see in a minute, a great way to learn pull-ups is using exercise bands to help learn the process of the pull-ups, and I'm going to go over that in more detail in a second. But first, let me just show you how easily this pull-up bar from fitbeast installs in the doorway. So, you know, I'm a chiropractor, not a rocket scientist, and sometimes when I get equipment into the office here, it's like you have to have like a degree in like physics to put some of these pieces of equipment together. This when this bar came, it was awesome. It's very easy to assemble. There was the end pieces that go up against the door jamb to keep it in place. Just kind of, there's 2 pieces that just easily snap together. These are there's 2 little devices here that actually keep the bar from, once you install it, from moving at all, so it doesn't loosen up while you're on the bar. They just slide easily. They just slide right on. I'll show you how you use them in a second. And then the end pieces just go right on each end. And that was all the assembly. There's no hardware, there's no screwing nails or screws into your door jamb, so you're ruining your door jamb. There's no, you don't need a drill. It assembles super quickly and it goes up super quickly, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so find a good solid doorway at your house. Don't set it up on some makeshift doorway. Make sure you have a good solid doorway. When the bar comes out of the box, it's usually in a shorting position. So you spin these ends around to lengthen it to just about the width that you need it for your doorway, so that it kind of just about fits in there. And once you have it in position, and try to set it so that you have to leave enough room for your head so you're not hitting your head on the top of the doorway. But once you have it in position like this, you can actually just take the bar. There's a yellow sticker here, it tells you which way to turn it to tighten it, and you just start to rotate the bar. And as you get it a little bit tighter, then just check your sides, make sure that it's each side is even. You also want to take a step back, make sure it's level before you tighten it all the way. And then once it looks good, it looks level and it looks even, then you just start cranking on the bar and you tighten it as far as it'll go. Okay, once you have it as tight as you can get it so that there's no, I basically can't turn it anymore, it's in really firm. These red clips just clip in on each side, And that prevents now the bar from actually being tightened anymore or being loosened. So now you can't be on the bar, and you won't be loosening up the bar by accident because these red clips keep it in place. The bar is solid. Obviously, before you get on it, just kind of give it a couple hangs, a couple pulls, make sure it's not moving. I've been using this for a little bit now. I find that the thing doesn't move at all once it's securely put up. It's awesome. And so it's a solid piece. You don't have to ruin your door jamb. Like I said, there's no screws that go in. But once you have it up, give it a check and you're ready to go. Okay, so let's go over some pull-up progressions first. So for example, you're not able to do a pull-up right now. One of the best ways that I have found over the years to learn a pull-up is to use exercise bands, okay? As I mentioned, the fitbeast bands come with 5 different sizes. So depending on how close you are to a pull-up, like can you almost do one, or you're not even close to doing one, that'll determine the thickness of the band, of course, and also your body weight will determine. So say, for example, I grabbed one of the thicker bands. Say I'm not very good at pull-ups, so I'm gonna grab an exercise band like this, and it very easily just, you drape it over the bar, stick one end into the other, and just hook it right onto the bar so it's not going anywhere like that, okay? And now we can use this band by stepping into it. It's gonna take off a certain amount of our body weight so we can do our pull-ups. Now, before we get started, a little technique talk here on pull-ups. Lots of different ways to do pull-ups. I want to just go over what I find to be one of the most efficient and safe ways to perform pull-ups. A couple things. I don't care what grip you're using. Some people like to do that underhand chin-up grip, overhand, what they call like a pull-up grip. I'm going to demonstrate everything with an overhand grip today. Work both though. It's good to practice both. It works in a little bit different musculature, but do some with the hands in this position, with this position. So switch it up a little bit. But for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to keep my hands in this overhand grip. Couple key things when you're doing pull-ups. One, is make sure you're getting a full range of motion. Make sure you're going all the way down and all the way up. It doesn't do you any good to just go halfway down and do these like half reps the way people do bicep curls sometimes. It doesn't do you any good. Make full repetitions out of it. The other thing that I like to do when I'm doing pull-ups is I like to get a slight, I keep my chest up and I get a slight like arch in my back. So I don't want to be in a hollow position. I know some people do them in a hollow position like that. That's okay, but we're talking about, like I said, just the basics here. And so what I like to do is keep the chest up, a slight arch in the lower back, and as I pull up, I think of bringing my chest up to the bar until my chin is up over the bar, okay? So that's the position I like, and as I'm doing that, I'm just pulling my elbows down and back like that. The other thing I like to do, and I'm going to show you in a second, is when you start off from the dead hang, the first thing I like to do is contract my shoulder blades back, so I'll pull them, I'll squeeze them together before I actually bend the arms, and I'll show you that in a second when we demonstrate the form on these pull-ups. Okay. So, anyways, I got the band up. Just step into the exercise band and grab onto the bar, and just be in a dead hang position. So, like I said, from this position, I'm going to retract my scapulars and squeeze those back muscles, and then I'm going to pull up and make a nice tight squeeze here. Got the chin over the bar. I'm going to come all the way down. Once I'm down, I'm going to squeeze the back muscles again, retract the shoulder blades, pull all the way up, and that's the position in the motion we're going for. Once you're doing 10, 12, 15 good repetitions with this size band, then go down to the next thinner band. So that's the progressions we're gonna use. Start off with whatever band you need. Probably gonna have to build up to about 12 or 15 repetitions. Once you get to that point, put on the thinner band, then another thinner band. And when you get to one of the thinnest bands that are available and you can get up to 12 or 15, chances are you're ready to just do some regular pull-ups. Okay, so you've used the bands, you've worked yourself down to the smallest bands, you feel good. So now we're gonna start learning our pull-ups and doing our pull-ups with no assistance, okay? Keep all the techniques that you've been working on. Don't forget slight arch, chest is up, pull till you get your chin over the bar, Make sure you're doing full ranges of motion. Don't do those half repetitions. And of course, very important, don't use body English to get over the bar. Don't be kicking your knees up or swinging your legs or, nice form. We don't care if you're doing 100 or you're doing 3. We're not going for record numbers of pull-ups. I'd rather have you do 5 good quality pull-ups without any motion in here, without any body English, than doing 50 where you're swinging your legs and kicking like crazy and doing kips and not pull-ups, okay? So keep your body nice and tight, nice and firm as you're doing this in a nice, slow, controlled manner. Now, I like to cross my ankles over each other, one ankle over the other as I do this, but I'm gonna get in a nice hang position, nice and stretched out. I'm crossing my ankles over. I contract my shoulder blades back, and then I'm gonna pull, and then I'm coming down in a nice, slow, controlled manner. Relax, squeeze again, pull up, lower down slowly. Don't let it come flying down. Contract, pull up, come down slowly. Okay? So keep it in a nice, controlled manner. You don't want to do the pull up and then come swinging down like that. Keep it, you pull up slow, contract, and come down in a nice, slow, controlled manner. That's the way. It's a good way to prevent injuries. If you come flying down, you can pull your shoulder, you can injure yourself. So keep the movement in a nice controlled manner. A good way to work your pull-ups into your workouts is say for example, you're new at it and you want to start doing 20 pull-ups a day. So a good way to do that is, say you can only do 3 good quality pull-ups at a time. That's fine. Go up there, do your 3 pull-ups, and then rest for about 90 seconds. Go back up, do 3 pull-ups, rest for about 90 seconds. If you get to the point where you can't even do 3, now start doing 2 and then rest 90 seconds and do whatever it takes so that you get to 20 for that day. And do that for a week or 2. And then you may want to say, okay, now I'm going to start doing 25. Now say maybe you can do 4 good quality pull-ups. So start with sets of 4, rest for about 90 seconds, jump up again, try to do another 4. When you feel like you can no longer do 4 with really good form, then maybe drop down to 3 repetitions, and again, 90 seconds, 3, until you get to the total number that you want to do for that day, which would be, say, 25. And that's a good way to work your pull-ups into your workout, is set a number you want to do the sets, as many as you can do, for each set, do as many as you can do with good form, rest briefly, and go back up and do another set until you get to the total number that you wanted to do for that day. So challenge yourself, start off with 20, 25. Maybe you want to build up to, say you want to do 100 pull-ups a day. That's great. Maybe you could do 10 or 12 at a time now, and, do 10 sets of 10. But set those numbers for the day. That's what I like to do. And just try to get in X amount of pull-ups each day. A great body weight exercise. It's a little challenging, but once you get a hang of it and you build up the strength, it's one of the best body weight exercises that you can do. Okay, and finally, one of the best things about this fitbeast bar that I really love is, you don't want to leave it up in your house all day. I mean, I'm vertically challenged, so I can walk under this thing no problem. But if you're of a normal height, you're going to be banging your head into your chin-up bar all day. But what I like about this is, where there's no hardware that I banged into the door, you just pull those red clips out on each side, and now you can actually loosen the bar back up. Now look how easily this, and that's it, comes right down. My doorway is fine, there's nothing drilled into my doorway. I have it like that. When I want to put it back up, it takes me a minute to put it back up. That's an awesome feature of this bar. It goes up easily and comes down easily. Okay, so I hope you found that tutorial on pull-ups helpful. Start working them. If you're not currently doing pull-ups, definitely get them into your routine. They're just a great body weight exercise that everyone should be doing. fitbeast is nice enough to give all the viewers of this video 15% off that bar. The link is below, so check out when you have a chance. Check out their website. Check out the bar. It's a code for 15% off. Okay, so take advantage of it while it's there. Hey, listen, if you've been enjoying these videos, please subscribe to my channel, OcraMed Health on YouTube. Questions about exercises or injuries, just leave a comment in the comment section below. I do the best I can to get back to everybody. And don't forget, OcraMed Health is here to keep you fit forever.